talk to y'all for a minute. I'm just leaving the supermarket. It's 9:58. The supermarket closes at 10. I was out here chopping up this woman and this man. Let me tell y'all something. People keep putting this nonsense in y'all heads. Society got y'all screwed up. I guess every generation has had some form of information that had people off their pivot and they didn't even realize it. All I keep hearing is people, especially black people, keep talking about this new me, know your worth, and talking all this stuff about the new you, creating the new you. What is the new you? Nobody ever talks about their personality when they're saying that. They're not talking about their character when they're saying that. They're not talking about their level of honesty, their compassion for mankind, for human beings, love, integrity. They're not talking about any of that. All these people they're talking about is chasing that bag. Y'all sound like a bunch of divas, man. I'm listening to these two people talking. I'm just sitting here looking at them. And the guy saw me looking at him. And that's what he started. He's like, yo, brother, you know what I'm saying? When I say this and that and that and this, he's talking about that new version of you and, you know, trying to be the best version that you can be and all that. I'm like, yeah, I hear all of that. And the female was saying, she was talking about some other female, talking about how I might not be pretty like her and all that, but I aspire to be like her. And this is why, you know, I push myself every day to be a better person than I was yesterday. And I was like, let me ask you something. This new you, what exactly is that? I mean, like, you know, because, like, right now where I live, I don't have the best apartment. It's nice. It's small. I don't have no kids and nothing. So but, you know, so, like, for me to have a big house one day and to have, you know, like, a type of job where I can buy myself a big house and a more expensive car. And I looked at it and I said, man, who are you buying all this for? I mean, just for myself, I said, okay, so how does that connect to the new you? I mean, like I'm saying, because, you know, if I, like stuff I can't afford and stuff, I said, right, so what's wrong with the old you? Well, what's wrong with the old you? What's the problem? But you don't have ambition? No, I have ambition. Are you a scumbag of a person? No. Are you a bad person? No. Are you a liar? No. Are you some hate-filled, violent-tempered, just can't get along with people? Like, what's wrong with the old you? The dude started doing like this and was like, he caught on to what I was saying. Now he know the same things I'm saying to her applies to him. And then he goes, damn, you know what, brother, I'm so glad I seen you tonight. He said, because you know what, you basically just summed up my own ignorance. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. All I hear is I aspire to be like that person. I aspire to be this and that. The new me, know my worth. What are you talking about? Everything is just about making more money. Donald Trump make more money than all of you? Is he a good person? These ICE agents are making a damn good living. Are they good people? Look at what they do for a living. Look at these filthy, dirty scumbag police officers. Look at these officers beating up on people. Yelling out, I will fucking kill you. Putting handcuffs on 9-year-old children. And they're good people. They want to go home to their family safely, but they don't mind taking you away from yours. So when they say, I'm a better person today than I was yesterday, based on what? What you should say is, I make more money now than I made before. Or I got that job I wanted. I'm financially at a better place, but I'm still a piece of shit inside. Every time I hear y'all talking about this whole know your worth and everybody's leaving these negative ass messages, all I keep hearing every fucking day, this is why I look and I say, if you tell me I'm a better man or woman today than I was yesterday. And every fucking video that I see you post is about negative shit. Please tell me how you're a better person. And why don't you enlighten us all with that instead of giving us the same negative bullshit that you've been given from day one? So the old you, right? The old you that you were, you didn't elevate from that. You're still that same person. You're delusional. Because if the old you produced the new you, and the new you is producing the same exact thing that the old you was doing, what makes you a better person? It's all in your damn heads. Nobody is happy with themselves. Everybody, you know something, man? I remember Cat Williams doing a stand-up. But it's that mentality of what he said that a lot of people try to embody. And this is why black people have become so goddamn bougie. And people talk about what your inspirations are, your aspirations, and all this bullshit. Cat Williams said, if I go to a motherfucker's birthday party next year, and they doing the same thing this year they was doing last year, I'm leaving. I keep it pushing. And all they talk about is be around people that bring value to your life. I think that you guys think that life is supposed to be one big party. There's no such thing as going to work with y'all. It's just party, or after work, I'm on a boat somewhere, banging champagne glasses together, doing my two-step with my fucking middle finger up and smoking weed and smoking hookah. I think this is what y'all really think life is supposed to be. I think y'all watch these music videos and y'all really think that this is real life. Man, listen. Every single time I hear y'all talking that nonsense, I know these are the most miserable people out here trying to give advice, and y'all just trying to monetize y'all channels talking. I listened to 52 videos. Just listen to this back to back. And every video was, one thing I learned about life, don't ever trust a motherfucker like, I don't give family to nobody. Don't trust a motherfucker. If a motherfucker do you wrong once, fuck that motherfucker. Don't forgive nobody, nothing. You know, just remember, that person hurt your feelings on purpose. Don't ever forget that fucking person. And everything I'm hearing is negative. In your mind, you think you're giving sound advice. Yeah, I agree. You got to watch yourself. You got to be careful of who you trust, and you have to be mindful of how you're offering yourself to a person. A lot of times, yes, people will burn you. But what I'm saying is, you all are claiming this new you, but your videos are exactly the same. You see people out in the street, it's exactly the same shit. So what's so new? What's so better about the new you? The outer shell can look different, but you're the same inside. So becoming bougie, snobby, mean as fuck, arrogant, stuck up, nasty attitude, that's the new you? And these so-called men, what I don't get about none of you is y'all sitting up here getting all emotional. Men and calling themselves bitch-ass niggas. My wife turned me to a bitch-ass nigga. My mama turned me to a bitch-ass nigga. I mean, you know, I'm just sitting here listening to this like, wow. This is the new you. This is the new you. That's like putting on a clown face that has a frown on it, and all you do is cry. But then you replace that clown face with a smile, but you're still crying. But the caption says, a new me, a new day, a new smile. Same personality, same character. All you're doing is lying to yourself about who or what you are. You guys, you know something, for everybody claiming that they got a small apartment or they want more, okay, you can want more. But when you start to stress yourself out, and for some reason you think you're failing in life because you want things, but you're not achieving those things. Everybody want to be rich. Everybody just want to feel super important. To be honest with you, a lot of these social media platforms, they got a lot of stuck-up ass people that monetize their channels, and they make good money with their channels, right? But they act like they're better than everybody. They put themselves up on some pedestal, and they'll, I can show you how to make money. I can do this, I can do that. I can, every time I see any of that, the amount of people that's on these people's channels, it's amazing. Because I'm like, I know most of them are bots. Because if you got like 500,000-600,000 followers and your videos only got like 100 or 200 likes, nah, most of those people are bots. Most of those, what you think are people, are bots. But bottom line is, if you look at the amount of responses and things that people say, I pay attention to all of this because it's like, these people got you feeling like you ain't shit. I remember there was a guy, he worked for this company. He tried to bring me in. So I was interested in the beginning. And I remember one of the meetings we had, he loved referencing people as his understudy. And I remember this one meeting we had, and he goes, like if a person tells you that they can't afford this program, you tell them you can't afford to not have it. And, you let them, it's only $25 to join. If they tell you, they don't have $25, you didn't tell me you can't afford $25. Okay, how about if I put the money up for you? And I said, so you want me to insult somebody? If a motherfucker said it to me, I'll break both sides of his fucking face. Why would I tell somebody something like that, man? That's, just explain to me how things go. That's how you talk to people. That's not me. Now, just imagine this. You're trying to do business with somebody. They're trying to get your interest. You tell them that you can't afford $25 every other week or a month or whatever it is, and then they look at you, you can't afford $25. But they're insulting you. Well, how about I put the money up for you? Like, just trying to make you feel small about yourself. I'm going to tell you something right now. People are separating themselves from each other due to finances, due to material things, material possessions, and basically the lack of. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. Any company or corporation can chew you up and spit you up like trash. Just like Flim, spit your ass on the sidewalk. And when you push people away, when you live like a puppet, you will never catch Aries talking about, no, yes, sir, yes, man, nah. I don't put nobody on no pedestal. You're no better than I am. We're humans. We can have different positions, and that's about it, but you don't run shit over here. All I hear is all this negative shit, and what y'all consider positive is boasting and bragging and being a bunch of dickheads. Man, it's incredible. Because when I sat there and I looked and I'm talking to them, the female looked and she was like, but wait, she really wanted to talk more because what I was saying was starting to open her eyes. And the guy too, then, excuse me, then the guy started saying, he was saying, man, I never wanted any of that stuff for myself, honestly. If I got a nice apartment, got me a nice, decent car, I'm good. He said, like you said, it ain't nothing wrong if you want more, but like, it's really not for myself. It's just like, I feel like that's what people think I'm supposed to have. I said, and that's exactly why I said what I said. This is why I'm asking you, what's wrong with the old you? That's why I said, are you a criminal? Are you a scumbag of a human? Like, what's going on? Because you make it sound like having money and material possessions make you a good person, and it absolutely does not. So, what exactly about the old you got you feeling the way you do? Expectations of other people, wanting to be accepted. Do you know, I know more than 10 women that has alopecia. They develop that shit with them tight ass braids. All that fucking horse and human hair shit that they get twisted in, and that shit got all that lead in it and other components that fuck your hair up. And basically, they done fucking lost their hair. And they walk around here crying every day because I remember them making fun of women that had to wear wigs. That was wearing wigs, or if a woman had her hair cut short, and they was talking their shit because they got all that fake hair intertwined into their hair. Now all of a sudden, these same women, none of them have hair on the top of their heads, so they're crying because their hair would never go back. They tried all this kind of treatment and everything. Back in the day, I used to get box braids. I used to get my shit braided, and I let my shit lock up. So I had dreads. And then one day, I just got tired of this shit. I just looked and I was like, man, I used to treat my shit all the time. I never had dandruff and all that. I had to, but one of the things I just like, nah, you know what? I just got rid of it. Now everybody is not going to be affected the same way, but my thing was this, right? These sisters used to just get nail clipper, clip their nails, keep them clean, file them, keep them set, you know, take care of their hygiene, natural, sexy, beautiful, natural women, right? Natural, beautiful black women. What ended up happening was what? You start working a certain place, you get around certain people. Oh, you gotta look dainty and elegant, you know, like you gotta upgrade, you gotta level up, you know. You can't walk around like you know, get your nails done. The fuck you mean? Her nails aren't done. You know, I used to love when them black women used to get that little Betty Boop hairstyle, and that shit be cut short. They got them little curls around the head. Oh, that shit was so sexy. And these motherfuckers just started all of a sudden out of nowhere. Every time you see them, they somewhere. Because they can't scratch the damn hair. They laying up there on their damn head doing this shit. And I'm sitting here just like, fake nails, everything that you do. Since when did you become so bougie you can't prop your fucking leg up and scrub your own feet and clip your own nails and file them motherfuckers? Since when? And I mean, even if you make it to the salon, okay, cool. But what I'm saying is these women were natural and everything about them was organic. They was not wearing fake hair, fake contacts. And if somebody wore glasses and they wore contacts, they had their own natural eye color. They just had the clear shit. They would walk around all of a sudden, today your eyes green, tomorrow they're blue. You know, all this crazy stuff. And it wasn't about acceptance. But somewhere we got so sucked up into trying to be what somebody else want us to be that you can't even look yourself in the mirror and love the person you see. And that is some sad, sick shit. Self-hate. This is why people going to get dents put in their chin and getting their noses all fucked up and walking around looking like a damn cartoon pig. And y'all calling these motherfuckers kings and queens and whatever, because of some music or movies. Who cares about that? These people don't like who they are inside. They don't even like what they see when they look in the mirror. And you aspire to be that? So please tell me what part of the old you is so fucked up that you're stressing yourselves out. And you guys are so angry because you can't buy certain things. Your house is smaller. Oh, well, my best friend got a brand new house and I'm still living in this little apartment. You know how many homeless people I drive past on a regular basis? You know how many times I've driven up, gotten out of my car, went in the store and bought food for homeless people? You wake up every day with a roof over your head. You go to sleep with a roof over your head. Your utilities are paid. Your bills are paid. Your rent or your mortgage is paid. And you have to work. That's life. And the thing is, none of y'all aspire to be your own boss. You're trying to be somebody else's employee. But even if you do aspire to be your own boss, tell me, how does that make you a better person just because you've accomplished and achieved some goals? You don't hear them talking about working on themselves inside. It's always, I know my worth. Accept me as I am. I'm not changing for nobody. This is what you hear. And this is what you guys consider positive. For every mother that has worked 2 jobs because there was no dad in the house and she had to feed her family. For every man that's worked 2 jobs because the wife stayed home with the kids and he was holding it down for the family. For every couple that was busting their asses out there working long hours and doing overtime to help provide for the family and sacrificing quality time because they were trying to keep a roof over their heads and they didn't know any other way. You spit in the face of every one of them who loved their families and sacrificed everything to make sure that their families had. You spit in all their faces, including your own. And if your parents was well off, great. But that doesn't make them or you better than anybody else. Just like not having a lot doesn't make you worse or lower than anybody else. We're so focused on finances and material things that we don't even look inside of who we are. And this is exactly why these men keep finding these bum ass fucking women. You could be a millionaire but still have a bum ass mentality. That's why these women keep finding these soft ass, simp ass men, because all they're focused on is what you make, what's in your bank account, what's in your wallet, what do you have stashed away in the house that I can find and spend. That's all y'all care about, flossing, high shining. And for the record, fellas, y'all keep finding these women online, and they're doing things like sticking their tongue all the way out and flicking their tongues and spreading their toes and twerking and showing their bodies off. You are smart enough to know that just because you come into their life, they're not going to stop, right? This is how they're making money, and they're not going to stop. And for them to stop, that means you have to be able to provide for them the way that they want to. Somehow, you think your tongue and that little sour-ass fucking nub in between your thighs is going to do something so spectacular to this woman that she's going to let all that go for you. Y'all don't even know how to find a suitable mate. Everything about y'all is finances. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Do you motherfuckers, did y'all interview your parents and ask your parents that question? So, Mom, Dad, where you think you're going to be 10 years from now? I mean, are we going to still be in this little house? Are y'all ever, do you love us enough to get us out of it? Did you talk to your parents like that? You don't really love us because you wouldn't have brought us into this world it knowing you couldn't put us in a mansion. Did you ever talk to your grandparents like that? Nah, just the opposite sex of who's supposed to be your so-called significant other. And this is the fucked up mindset that all of you motherfuckers have. This is why you're so unhappy. And you motherfuckers are supposed to be ambassadors of what? Recognizing the new you. Every day strive to be better than you were yesterday. All this, like, man, sit your goofy ass down. I get what you're saying with that being better than when you're saying I'm not in competition with anyone. The only person that I'm trying to be better than is the person I was yesterday and all that. If you're working on yourself inside, great. Because any fucking idiot, any racist, hate-filled bastard can be rich, be the biggest scumbag. But hey, they made accomplishments that we didn't achieve yet. So you think that they're up here and you're not. You know something? I can remember going into a gym. And I remember this guy. Don't say his name because I ain't trying to embarrass him. He know who the fuck he is, though. And this is some years ago. And I remember going into this gym. And y'all remember a bodybuilder named Sean Ray, Flex Wheeler, Dorian Gates, all of them? Well, I can remember them going to this gym called Red Brick in North Newark, New Jersey. And the thing was, when they came, people made it known because people wanted to come and meet them and all that type of stuff. Well, they had a boxing gym up there as well, right? And there was a certain boxer that was in there, and I don't know what got in his system that day, but he was making like he was talking, and he was like making comments about like what he saw, and me being a southpaw, I could switch it anyway, but he was like, shit, like with him, you see, he's big and strong. But see, what I would do with him is, you know, this and this and that. And I looked at him and I said, man, you wouldn't do shit but get knocked the fuck out. The fuck you think you are? Oh, y'all know this motherfucker too. He's like, I'm just saying, man, like you. I said, nah, motherfucker, don't stand in front of me talking that bullshit like I won't come over there and beat your ass. The fuck you get what you would do for no. Motherfucker, you know what you is. You know what you think you do. You try and I'd break your ass down. And everybody was looking like, oh shit. But the people that knew me knew like, yo, because they like, yo, like they ready to rumble in the gym. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. You gonna step and disrespect me like that? I'll tell me, mother, you better wait till I fucking walk away and give you a little bullshit analysis about how you fight. The fuck you gonna stand up there and say like you scope him and I'll break your shit. Everybody in that gym was looking like, oh shit. Cause that motherfucker did not want no smoke. But when he said that shit, my whole point, these motherfucking rich people are so used to speaking down on people and used to people kissing their ass that they literally think that they can say and do what they want and nobody's supposed to challenge that. I bet you he shut right the fuck up though. And he got his ass out that gym. Red Brick, North Newark, New Jersey. And y'all know this motherfucker very well, but he got the fuck up out that gym. And he shut right the fuck up. So all that tough shit and all that trying to look down on people, do you know how disrespectful that is? But this is the type of shit that people do. And the reason why they do that to people is because they're so used to people sucking their asses that they think, I can say and do whatever I want because I'm me. Ain't nobody going to do nothing. Ain't no better. This is me. I'm better than you. That's the mentality. You walking up wanting pictures and autographs for what? Just to say I met a fucking another human being? You got people that perform surgery that kept your grandmama alive, kept your dad alive, your mom or somebody kept your baby alive. And you know what y'all stupid motherfuckers did? Lord, no. Go thank that fucking doctor. Go thank that team of doctors that got together. Prayer had nothing to do. Your invisible sky daddy had nothing to do with that. Because if that's all that you need is your sky daddy, that means your son, daughter, whatever, could run out in the street, bow, get hit by a Mack truck, and you pray, and immediately your sky daddy heal that motherfucking kid. All of a sudden, that kid got up, ain't got a mark on him. That's what prayer do. Like if your dumbass get a headache, don't you go take a headache pill? Headache gone, right? You get a cold, you start taking that medicine. Cold gone. Why is it? It's a process for everything else. But without that process, you get sick and you die like my mom did because she chose prayer over going to the hospital. My dad right now is in the hospital, got water in his lungs. So he's getting treatment. We hope my dad make it. And my dad used to always talk about how he's living his life for God and everything else is messing, right? And I'm looking at how so many people in my family, every one of them that died, they died a miserable, painful, slow death. Every one of them. Let them tell it they was living their best life. God would never give you more than you can handle. Every little quote, everything that they said, and I'm watching these people suffer. My father don't even remember how to pray. His mind is there, but he don't even remember how to pray like that. He can sit up. He take baby steps. He's walking with a walker. He has to have a diaper on. My father said he'd never be like that because God don't forget his people. So I don't care if it's through education. I know people who went out and became millionaires and they're broke now. I know people that are millionaires and they're miserable. So what is your best version of you? What the fuck is the best version of you? And I'm sitting there going, you know something, man? We start using certain lingo, but we don't really think about what we're saying. What is the best version of what is that? According to you motherfuckers, y'all nappy head bitches would have been like, Jesus, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, you a carpenter. Y'all don't make no money. That's all your Jesus was a carpenter. But you motherfuckers, everything is about 6 figures or more. But you can't even do it for yourselves. And when you achieve that, you're talking about, I know my worth. And I'm just trying to be the best version of myself every day. I'm a better person today than I was yesterday. How? You sound like these fucking pastors that tell you every day you sin. How? What sin did I commit today? You sin even when you don't know your sin. Like all these stupid things. This is why y'all are so miserable. Because you don't know what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. How do I become this better version of myself? You motherfuckers are like Leroy from The Last Dragon. He's running around New York looking all over for fucking some dumb goy. Just to find out some dumb goy is a fucking machine that makes fortune cookies. So here goes some dumb boy looking for some dumb goy. And the whole time, he's running around looking for this master. Finally, this master is always talking in parables and shit, but he tells him, You have gone looking for the master, and everywhere you go, there's one place you haven't looked, and there, and only there, will you find the master. And it took Shonuff to start whooping his ass and him hearing his master's voice. Then he realizes it's inside of me. The whole time I am who I'm supposed to be, but I'm searching for something that I think I have to find through somewhere else, through somebody else. I don't know. I didn't know, but now I get it. That's how y'all remind me. That's what you remind me of. This is real life, though, not a damn movie. I'm a better person today than I was. How? What the fuck did you do today so great that just blows yesterday out the water? By Friday, you don't even remember what the fuck you did Monday, but every day. So you was so what is so great about you? Are you getting a raise every single day? Are you making like $1 million an hour? Like what are you doing that's so great? Are you giving out hugs and kisses? Or are you just full of love and helping people get their life together? Are you saying things to put a smile on somebody's face? Are you that beautiful fucking wife that a man just never thought he'd have? Are you that husband that a woman never thought she'd have? Not because of money, but because of who you are as a person. So who the fuck are you motherfuckers? I keep hearing these same quotes and I'm like, damn, nobody can just be themselves. Everybody sounds like a fucking robot. Do you know how many people come on my channel and say, man, brother, you should have way more subscribers than you do? You want to know what that is, y'all, for everybody that feel like that? It just shows you, one, it's not easy to find my content when I'm not saying the same things everybody else is saying, but two, it shows you how many fake-ass people is in this world. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear facts. The things I'm saying right now, you got people, motherfucker, talk about me. Yeah, I'm talking about you, bitch. Exactly, I'm talking about you. Everybody who feels some type of way, I'm talking to you, motherfuckers. I'm a better person today than I was yesterday. Know your worth. Know your value. What do you bring to the table? I am this, I am that. You know, I remember I worked with a guy. He was a very egotistical person, always bragging about something. I remember him telling somebody, I got enough money to save them for 4 years. What you got? I motherfucker lost everything, got himself jammed up, and they deported his ass back to Guyana. I don't know what he's doing over there, but I know this, he didn't want to go back to Guyana. Oh no. You see how you have something and just like that, it's gone. Not bragging now. And I used to tell him, man, you need to humble yourself, man. You know, type of motherfucker go to an auction, car auction, get a Mercedes-Benz for next to nothing, then ride around arrogant like he paid top dollar for it. All that type of stuff. Bragging about what he drive. Motherfucker, you still live in an apartment. Not knocking that. Case in point, though, you're not a homeowner. That doesn't make you a better person either. But all you own, you don't even own your car. Because even though he got it for cheap, you still was making payments on it. But bottom line, not to mention the car was outdated, but it was a Mercedes, so it made 5-6 models since the one you got. Now, case in point, this was a guy who was always cheating on the woman he was with, always fucking around, and he would brag about it, and always like he thought he was the man. And it got to the point where he was messing with drug addicts. But if you listen to him talk, man, this dude was so full of himself. And I remember one day when I got that news about him, what happened, him getting deported and all that, I just shook my head like, damn. And I had nothing to say about it. But my point, people, is really simple. Wherever you are in life, maybe that's where you are supposed to be. If you're gonna go to your grave stressing, upset, hurt, angry, with all these negative vibes, is life really worth living? Nobody's just handing you money. And to get rich, to get big money, well, you also have to maintain that, right? So why don't you understand and find who the fuck you are? What good is inside of you? Maintain who you are and understand money doesn't make you a better person. Finances, all that material, it doesn't make you a good person at all. But humble yourselves. And in your journey to try to make things better and make life easier financially and all of that, don't start looking down on people. Don't start talking about what you have and all this know your worth, all that bullshit. All of y'all do this bullshit and all y'all do is talk negative. All these little quotes and all these things y'all say don't mean a damn thing to nobody but you. People say stuff like, I don't know who need to hear this, but if a motherfucker do some fucked up shit to you, fuck that nigga. Cause the best version of yourself, you ain't gonna never reach that when you with fuck ass niggas that just wanna hold you back. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say something positive, right? Calling people fuck ass niggas and all this and niggas, referencing your people as niggas. And I mean, the same mentality. So this is what is so good about the new you. And why don't y'all learn how to speak English? Oh, fuck ass nigga, fuck a motherfucker, if a nigga did, and I'm just sitting there like, just listen to what you're saying. I don't care how successful you are. Listen to yourself. When you sit down and talk to your sons or daughters, is that what you tell your kids? This is why even when I was, speaking to the young dude the other day, and he was saying, fuck that, my kids gonna be able to curse, whatever the fuck they wanted. And that's not the route you want to go, bro. You see what the police do to children? Do you want to witness that? Do you want to get the call that your son or daughter is no longer here because some corrupt ass cop dealt with them because your kid got a nasty mouth and an attitude? If your kids can talk to you like that and show you disrespect, they think they can do it to anybody. And you're not showing them love by doing that. You're misguiding them. So don't try to be rebellious to your mother and father and punishing your kids by lying to yourself thinking you're giving them freedom. You're setting them up for failure. And instead of people who are lost and trying to find their way, instead of them talking to people that have experience in life, they talk to people same age as them, same age group as them that ain't done shit yet. And they got the same negative advice, the same negative thoughts, and they end up in them situations because they don't know any better. But no matter where you stand in life, everybody's talking is know your worth and all this finding your higher self, all that. Like, man, listen. Yeah, and for you to do that, I have to write a book for you, right, to read, and that explains how to find your higher. No, I can talk to you in a matter of minutes. Give you a couple of verbal dummy smacks and wake your dumb asses up. For every day that you wake up and you got a beautiful woman laying next to you, for every day that you wake up and you got a man laying next to you, and your family is loved and they know they're loved, and y'all embrace each other and cherish each other as human beings, you have so much more than you think. Because trust me, like that saying, it's lonely at the top. You don't have no idea, man. You guys are not happy until you don't have the things anymore that you take for granted. Trust me. You think you all sexy and shit, but nobody's attracted to crippled people. When you can't do this right here, you can't do this right here, you can't even do the air. Believe me, I done seen shit happen to people. Your ass was a homeowner, or you went to college and did this and did that. You earned X amount of money and now you're living in a nursing home. And you're not being well kept. The nursing home itself is not well kept. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you was a beauty. Everybody was, you couldn't go nowhere without the men trying to get at you. But you had that accident and you lost the use of your legs and arms. You got burnt in the car accident. Now, nobody's looking at you now, right? Do you know that when things happen to people, it's not because we see it coming. We don't think about it. Then next thing you know, you're physically in a position where you're sitting up saying, why me? Why did this have to happen to me? But regardless of all of that, if nothing ever happens to you like that, if you can't find peace in your own sleep, if you can't look in the mirror and smile, not because you some conceited, pompous, arrogant jackass, but because you learn to love yourself, if you can't do that, what good are you to anybody? What good are you to yourself? Find your higher self. Know your worth. Y'all better embrace who you are. Work on yourself as a human being. Work on your character. Work on your understanding. Start reading. Black folks, start reading. I ain't talking about gun and car magazines. Start reading. I don't mean autobiographies. I'm talking start reading. Just start paying attention to what's happening in life. I feel like people are just so lost in themselves that they just don't even know what they want anymore. You're probably where you need to be, where you're supposed to be. And until you learn to love yourself, you're just going to be unhappy. I told you, I know multimillionaires that are miserable as fuck. All that money, lonely as fuck, buying friendships, and they're just not happy. But they can sit in front of a camera and smile and talk about how successful they are, and they can help you to do this and do that. And that. Okay. Get it together, y'all. Start believing in you. Start learning how to love you. Trying to aspire to be somebody else. That's not your plan, it's somebody else's. Case in point, if you don't love yourself, nobody else will. And in fact, most people shouldn't. If you can't find the good in you, then how the fuck can somebody else find it? It's not there.